Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a video. In last video, I addressed the decline of my channel over the past year, and I asked my friends in the audience about what the best route for me to take was. A route that would satisfy me and my audience, allow me to establish an identity on the channel, to end the slow decline the channel had been in the past year. If you haven't watched my previous video and have no idea what I'm talking about, I suggest you watch my most recent video titled Father Not Found, The Decision. The video will be linked in the description, but anyways, let me get back into this video. So at the end of the decision, I presented 5 plausible options. 1. Start the viewer choice series, since it won the original poll regarding the improvement of my channel growth. 2. Take my friend Darkness's advice and experiment with all content types until I find my identity. 3. Return the Father Not Found and the gaming content to MacGamer6652. 4. Continue the grind and help to find my audience. Or 5. Incorporate memes into my gaming videos. All these options I've had to take into deep consideration, but I think that it's time that I announce which decision I will choose. After careful consideration, I've decided that I will be choosing... No, I'm not telling y'all yet. I need to build anticipation to increase my watch time, but for real though, I want to talk to everyone about everything I've had to consider when I made this decision. I'll break down everything that I had to consider when it came to each decision, pros, cons, everything in the kitchen sink. So let me break down each option one by one until I reveal to y'all my choice. Starting out with option 1. The first option I presented was starting the Viewer's Choice series and turning it into a full-time series on the channel. This was a decision I was kind of 50-50 about because of a few reasons. On the bright side, making Viewer's Choice into a full-time series would allow my audience to have a large role on the channel, something that I've been striving for a while now. The Viewer's Choice series would also presumably cause a vast amount of variety on the channel, as I'm assuming my viewers won't tell me to make the same video every time. So it can be almost whatever they want. They'll suggest a game that they like, which will cause viewer satisfaction. It will also allow me to upload more consistently, because just having to come up with what the next video is going to be can cause me to get burnt out or potentially stressed, slowing down uploads at times. However, if I can ask my viewers for a game to play, that allows me to create more content, and I won't get as burnt out or stressed from thinking about video ideas. However, the downside of choosing this option is the fact that my creativity will be limited. When I ask my fans what video I'm going to make, that limits my creativity and ideas I have. You may say, oh, well, just install an upload schedule. However, the last time I installed an upload schedule, I was very stressed trying to keep up with it. Another small downside is that I won't be able to do every video suggested. As a small creator, you're limited to the tools you have, and some videos are difficult to make due to budget restrictions, recording issues, etc. Despite its cons, option 1 is definitely on the table for me, because I believe it will be a great way for me to connect with my audience and not get burnt out trying to come up with ideas in the long run. Option 2. The second option that was presented was to take my friend Darkness's advice, to experiment with everything, and although in the original decision video I explained why I disliked it, I still have to acknowledge that it does provide some benefits. One of the pros is that the fact that if I involve myself in multiple niches, experiment with multiple video types, at least one of them should work out. It also would provide short-term growth for the channel, as multiple niches would bring a lot of people from each respective niche. However, as I pointed out in my original decision video, that would cause a lack of channel identity. I believe it wouldn't work out for me in the long run. If I uploaded 5 different genres of videos, and then I chose to center the channel around the best performing genre, then the audience for the other 4 genres would be turned off by my dedication to a specific niche. Another positive is that since I'm a small creator, it is highly suggested that I do experiment with different video niches. My main concern is, what if the niche that is the most successful, not the one I wanted to commit to out of the multiple ones I tried? Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead though, so the option is still a possibility. Option 3. The third option was to return Father Not Found to memes and put the gaming content back on MacGamer6652, which is an already established gaming channel of mine. So what I did originally when Father Not Found was blowing up in 2024, but if you've been watching the channel recently, you would know that I decided to change it up. I present this option because I think that I might have jumped the gun too quickly. When I saw the immense growth Father Not Found was getting at the time, I decided to make the switch. It seems like I failed to take into consideration what my original audience would think about the switch in the first place. Returning to this way of content creation is a bit bittersweet in my opinion, though. On the plus side, I could continue making the content I wanted to make originally, a channel where that content had been established as its niche. Finally, I found I could return to the type of videos that got me to the level I'm at in the first place, the reason I have a large amount of subscribers for a small channel. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The reason I switched in the first place was because Final Found had a vastly larger audience and subscriber count and was performing much better than MacGamer6652 was at the time. Also, although memes are what blew up Final Found, I made them purely as a good laugh. It wasn't a niche I wanted to commit to entirely. MacGamer6652 has a much lower subscriber count, and even with a couple new videos on the channel, still performing at a lower level compared to Final Found. Another downside is that with gaming being the main content niche that I want to make, it will result in more time and effort to MacGamer6652, while Final Found gets less frequent uploads and likely lower quality. Excuse me. However, due to my past success with this option, it is still an option I have to think about. I did not mean to do that. Option 4. In my opinion, this one is the most one-sided of all options, but I felt like I had to provide all plausible routes. If I pick option 4, it means nothing changes and I can continue to grind the content I've been posting, hoping that will work out in the end. For me, I'll be satisfied because I get to upload whatever I want, whenever I want. It's a lot of fun doing it. I would also like to add, I think video quality would improve as well, so I feel like that I should put more time and effort into the quality of my videos. Besides that, my audience is completely ignored, has no say in what I make, and I run the entire show. So sure, for me, I'm happy getting to do whatever I want. My audience is tuned out from the content, so I feel like it's not the best option. Option 5. This option is the ultimate compromise. Option 5. This option was the ultimate compromise. I satisfy myself and my newer viewers by continuing the gameplays on the channel, but I'm able to keep my OG audience by incorporating memes into my editing. Sure, on paper, it sounds like the perfect route for me to take, but when you really dive into it, it could cause a couple of issues. First off, it would take me a much longer time to edit my videos, which isn't a bad thing. It just means there would be less consistency on the channel. So it would be taking me longer to edit these videos may also cause me to get burned out much quicker and get stressed. I don't know about the other creators out there, but I feel like I'm letting my audience down when I don't upload for a long period of time. So that's why I upload as often as I do. Another downside is the reason that the content may be overstimulating. Don't get me wrong, I think it's hilarious to insert a bunch of crazy sounds over a clip of Mario running, but I think that could get very overstimulating. Some older viewers may view it as brain rot. I don't think it would get to that level, but it's something I should still consider. This option is definitely the most interesting one, as it should satisfy my audience, myself, and content. But it can easily go south, especially with my habit of wanting to upload consistently. Alright, y'all. Alright, I've covered all the pros and cons of every option. Time for the moment you've all been waiting for. What will my choice be? Well, I had to consider a lot of things when I had to come to this conclusion. What does my audience want? How can I satisfy both me and my viewers? How can I manage this without getting burned or stressed out? What would the upload schedule look like? How would this affect the channel both in the short and long term? After careful consideration, I decided that I will be selecting option 1, make the Viewer's Choice series into a full-time series, with a few modifications. First off, I will not be doing Viewer's Choice for every single video I upload on the channel. I will do every few videos, that way my creativity is not limited. But making a few of my own videos, my own ideas, I'll be able to express myself and my creativity on the channel, because it will allow me to make the content I want to make, while also having Viewer's Choice as an ongoing series. No, I will not be installing an upload schedule. I will just make an announcement on my community post, asking my audience for the next video I should make. If I'm unable to make a video suggested, I will simply apologize for my inability to make the video, and either choose the next recommendation or ask for a different idea. Also, I'll be putting more time and effort to my videos. This will result in my consistency dropping a little bit, but I believe that having higher quality over quantity can help my growth as well. As of right now, there will be no Viewer's Choice schedule. I'll simply make an announcement on my community post asking my audience for suggestions regarding Viewer's Choice. If I believe that I'm getting burnt or stressed out from making these videos, then I may reduce the amount of announcements I make regarding the series, slightly reduce the production of other content on the channel, or just take a break. I believe that this will be the best route for me to take for the channel, its content, and its growth. It allows me to get my audience involved and have a large role on the channel, prevent me from getting burned out, ideas-wise, and increase the variety on my channel, but not to the point where the identity of the channel is obscure. I'd also like to point out that Darkness did somewhat get his wish. I will be putting more time to video quality, and I will also experiment with other games on my own time on the channel as well. Anyways, guys, I've made my choice, and I will go back to making the usual gaming content here shortly. If you guys enjoyed this little mini-series where we talk about content, then you should subscribe to my channel, MattGamer6062. Over there, I'm going to be talking about stuff like this all the time, because my past 3 years making content, I've learned a lot, seen a lot, tried a lot, and I feel like make an interesting video. So if you want to hear more about this, subscribe to MattGamer6652. Of course, if this doesn't work out, I can always go to option 3 since it provided me with success in the past. But I really hope I don't have to do that, and you can help me prevent that by leaving a like and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about my choice. Is it the right option? Is it the wrong option? Is there another option I should have considered? But yeah, that's gonna do for me. See y'all in the next one. Bye!